Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 0, the introduction episode of our new F1 22 My Team career mode. And as you can see in the background there, we're just getting ourselves in. Now, this is what I was contemplating. Did I go championship contender, midfield challenger, or newcomer? Now, I was never considering championship contender. I was playing between midfielder, challenger, and the newcomer. But in the end, I went for the newcomer because, and the reason for this is I think it'll make it a lot more entertaining, a lot harder, and yeah, that is the current settings we've gone with. We've gone with newcomer, which you'll see us select in a moment, because at the moment I'm still contemplating it. I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, the options to have these are wicked. I love it. I love the fact they've added in these new options for us, and there you go, you see we've chose it. We're going to go for the full season, despite this fact there's some tracks I do not like Monaco, for example. I can't really do a lap round there, and you can see we're just showing you what we're going with. We're going with full qualifying, we're going with approximate weather conditions, 50% races, and here on the acclaim stuff, I decided to leave myself stuff on default. I did toy with going to reduced at one point. I played with the idea, but I decided if I stay on default for now, default will be okay. But for the AI, as you can see there, we're toying with the idea of reduced. For the AI, I've put them on increased. Now, the reason for that is so the AI normally get out-developed by you no matter what if you're both on default. So if I put the AI on increased and ourselves on default, it makes it a little bit more challenging, a little bit more realistic. And yeah, it should drag out the series a little bit more. So that is what we're going to go with. Fault frequency, we're going to go on standard, and fault types, we're going to go on high, so our car can break down. So we can have faults, random faults like the AI will. So that's good. And all of this stuff here, so pit stop experience, we're going to go for the broadcast, the new broadcast feature. I love that. Absolutely love it. Safety car's going on increased. The safety car experience will be on broadcast as well. Formation lap we're going to have on, but for broadcast for the moment, but I might change that in the future. The AI difficulty I'm yet to decide, hence why I didn't show you guys. We're going to have the use of my team icons as well in the save. But yeah, difficulty wise, I've been toying with a few different difficulties. I'm struggling right now, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, as you can see, do you want to enter my team? It's just everything we've seen before. The 11th team on the grid. Being the owner and the driver, both is a unique set of challenges. You'll perform both on track.
Welcome to my team. Here you'll experience the world of Formula 1, not only as a driver, but as the owner of a brand new F1 team. First things first, let's create your driver.
Now this is just all the generic stuff. Create your avatar, which you've probably seen millions of times on YouTube. You can see we're going with this surname.
Buchan.
So yeah, I've kind of skipped over all that, but my number I've chosen is number 2. Not number 32 like I've had in previous years, but we're going to go with number 2 as picked by my friend Mr. Sauce.
On your driver's look.
And now let's pick our helmet, which I designed earlier. And as you can see here, I'm showing you a little teaser of the colour schemes we're going to go with. It could be a different shade of green. It could be this shade of green. Now, this is just a concept idea at the moment. But if any of you guys know me, I am a Plymouth Argyle fan. So that is the kind of scheme we've gone for. The colour scheme. It's like the away kit that we've gone with for this year in real life. And yeah, I'm toying with the idea of this one. I kind of like it. And you can see we're going through the victory call. I'm just going to talk over that. It's fine.
Great.
You'll hear that one day, no time soon. As the guy in the background's talking about. Great, you need to pick your team now.
What name would you like to give the team?
So, on the team name, guys, we're going to go with, which is a throwback. You guys may have watched my GTCC championship, or BTCC, I can't remember what it was called. But I raced for a team called SFM Audi Racing, or SFM Audi Sport Team, with the Swordfish Motorsport. And we went and won the Constructors' Championship with myself and my teammate Michael. So, our team name is going to be SFM Racing Team, because there's no Audi, so I don't want to name myself the Audi team, as the guy's chatting away in the background, but we're going to talk over him, talking about what power unit you're going to use. But yeah, so SFM Racing Team has been born.
And durability from our power unit. But we also need to balance the books. We're going to have a lot of other areas to invest our cash into.
And just generic things, which power unit we're going to choose. Now, I was contemplating for ages here between Renault, Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull powertrains, which is a new one, which is basically Honda. But I didn't particularly want to go for Renault because the performance is not great. Ferrari I would have chose, but the thing is, financially, picking Ferrari is not the smartest idea because you generally will screw yourself over. Red Bull's durability is just not very good. So in the end, I was toying with the idea of these different ones, but I think, I can't remember exactly, guys, but because I recorded this yesterday and I'm doing the voiceover now, I'm pretty sure I went for the Mercedes in the end. But now we go to our drivers. Now, I was playing with the idea of Oscar Piastri and Drogovic, but the problem with them is everybody's picking them. Then I was toying with the idea of Enzo Fittipaldi, which I realised that he doesn't have that very good race. Well, he has better racecraft, sorry, but he doesn't have very good awareness, which means he would end up crashing a lot. And as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen there, Liam Lawson was the other driver I was considering. And Liam Lawson might be the choice we go for. At the moment, we're just toying with the idea. We're just going through. Jack Aitken, I didn't really consider at all, if I'm honest with you. But Liam Lawson is going to be our teammate for this first season. Now, I don't like doing driver transfers mid-season.
Power unit supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy.
So, if he's our teammate now, he'll be our teammate for the rest of the season, unless something drastic has gone wrong. Now we're talking about creating the livery, which you guys will see when we go to our interview. I'm not going to be showing you the livery before we go to the headquarters to do the interview with Will Buxton. So, you're going to see a teaser of the badge, as you can see here. We're having a look at that badge, and let's go to Will Buxton.
Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. We're here at the headquarters of Formula One's newest team for an exclusive first look at what they will be bringing to the sport. It's always an exciting moment to welcome a new team onto the grid. However, what makes this occasion a little more special is how strikingly different the cars are this year. Yep, the long-awaited new regulations are finally here, and with them, the start of the next era of Formula One. The 2022 season ushers in a change of direction to the regulations aimed at promoting closer racing, with new aero additions in the form of swooping front and rear wings, along with the new eye-catching 18-inch low-profile tyres that will push tyre technology to the limit. So then, the question remains as to whether this team can grasp the opportunity before them with both hands and lead the charge against the rest of the paddock. We'll find out soon enough, as the new season is just about to begin. But first, let's see the unveiling of the team's car and meet the owner of the brand new Formula One team.
And here is the beautiful car we have designed for Season 1. The green and white with a little bit of accent of black on it as well. This is before the sponsors get added. But look at that. I love the little animal we've created for the season. It looks beautiful.
Well, first of all, thanks so much for inviting us here today. It's been wonderful to see behind the scenes. As you might expect, I've got about a million questions, so let's jump straight in. It's been a long time since we last saw a team owner take their own car onto the track, and the sport's changed enormously in the intervening years. How are you going to handle the responsibilities?
And Will coming in the most generic questions. I can't remember if I actually spoke over the top of him at this point, but generic questions. We're just going to try and build up the chassis. Every question here is all about improving the chassis nice and early, because from what I've seen so far with a lot of gameplay, the chassis is very, very important to start higher, because the car is very, very bad in corners. So I'm trying to improve the chassis as quick as possible. As you can see, they will remember that. And I'm just trying my very, very best to just make sure I pick the right options. I'm going to go for an ERS pick here. It's all about just balance it out. See what we can do. The powertrain will like that as well. And now we've got another question, which Will Buxton is just talking away. So we're just talking over the top of him at this point, because I know he hasn't got anything important to say. It's the same questions you've heard every single year. And we're going to go with, we developed a light car. This will help both top speed and through corners. That is the choice we're going to go with there, which is another chassis thing. And now we go to the next one, which is another chassis one. Are we going to pick it? I don't know. Will Buxton's just chatting away about a coveted gold star. And blah-de-blah-de-blah. He says this every year. So we're just going to big up the department that matters the most to us, which is the chassis. And this should improve us.
For your time. Been wonderful to get an insight from you, and of course to see around the headquarters. Thank you for today. Really appreciate it, and thank you all at home for watching as well. We'll see you very soon.
And there we go.
This is where you can view our current facilities and the effects they are having on the business. You can also invest some of our cash into upgrades for these facilities.
As you can see from everything we picked, we've got a Spec 1
It's
chassis.
important to use the time between races to the fullest extent. And that's where these activities come in. Manage everyone's time as efficiently as possible to maximize the team's performance.
Right, and now we're going to pick a merchandise because it gives us 500k. Money's quite important at this stage of the game. And we're also going to go for the driver camp to try and improve Liam Lawson's ability for first season. We're going to train up Liam Lawson throughout this first season, see if we can get anything out of him. If he does well enough, he'll be coming back for the next season. But now, first of all, let's get a couple of R&D things on our car for potentially the first race, maybe even the second race, depends if they fail. We're going to go with an over-wheel winglet here, I think, for the aerodynamic side of things. And now, we're going to go for a chassis upgrade if we can. If we can't, I might go for a powertrain. So, it doesn't look like we can afford any chassis stuff right now. But instead, we decided... Have we decided to skip over it? We might have done, actually. We're just going to have a look at what we can afford. And yes, we couldn't afford anything, so we just skipped over that. And there you go. We've got some money coming through. And it doesn't look like anything's going to go on until the second race of the season. We've got a little bit more R&D now, so that means we can do one of the chassis upgrades. We're trying to see which one is the better one. And it looks like it's this one, the minor weight reduction. And we put that on the car. And now we advance forward to the first race of the season, the first time this car's going to be driven in anger. And guys, I hope you're looking forward to it. That episode will be going live. At the moment, either tomorrow or Monday. I'm going to put this one out today. You're going to have a wrestling video for later on this evening. And yeah, let's hope this is going to be an entertaining series. I've been Chris12LFC, and I will see you later.